Assalamualaikum to all the panels. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Nazmi Faiz bin Matsari with metric number B0518200050. I am assigned under Prof. IR Dr. Muhammad Ashadi Azam bin Muhammad Abid throughout my final year project. I am going to present my topic, which is RGO MOS2 nanocomposite as top electrode for the application of inverter planar perovskite solar cells. Let me start my presentation by giving a brief introduction to solar cells. Solar cells are devices that convert visible light to electricity via photovoltaic effect. Until now, there are three generations of solar cells, and perovskite is one of the third generation along with dye-sensitized and organic solar cells. Among the third generation, perovskite are creating a lot of buzz to their dramatic power conversion efficiency development from 3.8% in 2009 to an initial steady state of 23.3% in 2020. Perovskite material are generally described as compound with a cubic structure AbX3 where A and B are cation and X is an anion. The role of perovskite material is to excite electron after absorbing certain amount of energy from sunlight. Generally, the device architecture of perovskite solar cells can be categorized into two categories, which are direct planar and inverted planar. Between these two architectures, inverted planar was promising due to their low temperature procedures that are ideal for large-scale manufacturing and flexibility and variability. Despite the exciting performance, perovskite solar cell encounters stability problem that degrades faster, hence restricting bulk production to meet the industrial need. Based on research, one of the factors affecting stability is the poor back interface between the perovskite and the top electrode. Currently, the benchmark of top electrodes or stereophiles perovskite solar cells are usually noble metals such as gold, silver, and aluminum. However, due to the synergistic effect of perovskite decomposition and metal migration, both Au and Ag can react with the halide ions in the perovskite, leading to AuL and AgL. Other than that, the high complexity and fabrication cost via high vacuum thermal evaporation in vacuum chamber is also one of its limitations. As an alternative, carbon material can be used to substitute the use of noble metal as it permits a comparable energy level and good electrical conductivity. In this research, reduced graphene oxide is proposed to be combined with transition metal dichalcogenized molybdenum disulfide to form a nanocomposite that acts as an alternative solution processable top electrode in inverted planar perovskite solar cells. The first objective is to synthesize the RGO-MOS2 via solution processable method and prepare RGO-MOS2 nanocomposite electrode. Second, to characterize the structural, optical, and electrical properties of RGO-MOS2 nanocomposite via XRD-Raman, SEM, UV-Vis, and 4-point probe resistance tester. And the last objective is to fabricate and evaluate the device performance of RGO-MOS2 nanocomposite electrode integrated in inverted planar perovskite solar cells via light current voltage IV tester. The next slide is the literature review. From this table, it can be seen that the use of carbon black and binder are essential in producing a good electrode. Other than that, we can also observe that the lower sheet resistance of the electrode will result in the higher power conversion efficiency. Moving on to the methodology section, to achieve the first objective, we will synthesize RGO by using the top-down method followed by synthesis of RGO-MOS2 via refluxing method. And lastly, we will prepare the as-prepared carbon electrode. To achieve the second objective, the structural and morphological sample was analyzed via XRD-Raman SEM and electrical analysis via 4-point probe and optical band gap via UVB spectroscopy. As for the last objective, we will conduct an optimization study using graphite to determine the best binder and carbon black, followed by preparation of the best composition via hydrothermal method. Finally, we will fabricate the device and evaluate using IV solar tester. Really, there are three steps to produce RGO via top-down method. The first step is oxidation of graphite powder at low temperature process, followed by exfoliation at medium temperature process, and last step is the chemical reduction process, which involves high temperature process. For the preparation of the top electrode, it also consists three steps, which are the first step is the mixing process of RGO and MOS2 via refluxing and hydrothermal method at high temperature, followed by the filtration process to obtain RGO-MOS2 nanocomposite, and finally the preparation of the top electrode by drop cast method onto the ITO substrate. Next slide is the sample composition used in this experiment. For the preparation of RGO-MOS2 nanocomposite, the sample ratio varies from 0 to 100 weight percentage with a total mass fixed at 400 mg. For the preparation of the top electrode, the composition of the top electrode are fixed for all samples, which is 80% for the active material, 10% for the carbon black, and 10% for the binder material. Moving on to the result and discussion. First, we will discuss the XRD analysis of RGO MOS to nanocomposite electrode. As can be seen from the figure, XRD pattern of RGO show one sharp peak located at 2 theta equal to 24.31 degrees labeled as 002 correspond with the previous study. For the XRD pattern of MOS2, there are 8 peaks indexed as 002, 004, 100, 103, 006, 105, 110, and 008, respectively according to JSPDS cards number 731508. For the composition sample, it can be seen that both RGO and MOS2 peaks are present in all of the ratio samples. This result indicates the successful formation of RGO MOS2 nanocomposite. Other than that, we can also notice that the increase of RGO content, the intensity of MOS2 peak at 004 decreased and finally disappeared. According to Zhou, ETAR, this condition may caused by the stacking phenomenon inhibition of MOS2 layer by RGO nanosheets. Next analysis is the Raman spectroscopy analysis with laser wavelength of 514 nanometer that have been done in University Malaya. As depicted in the figure, the Raman spectra of RGO showing two peaks at about 1350 per centimeter and 1595 per centimeter correspond to the D band and G band respectively. For the Raman spectra of MOS2, we are citing results from the previous work made by Raghu, which obtained two peaks at about 379 per centimeter for the in-plane modes and 406 per centimeter for out-of-plane modes. As for the RGO MOS2 nanocomposite, it can be seen that there are additional two peaks, two intense peaks along with D band and G band at about 379 cm and 404 cm, which correspond to the in-plane and out-of-plane modes respectively. This result validate the presence and successful composition of RGO with MOS2. It is also noticeable that with the reduce of RGO content in the sample, the intensity of D band and G band are decreases while the intensity of in-plane modes and out-of-plane modes increase. Other than that, the slight shift of 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters in out-of-plane modes attributes to the weak van der Waals attraction between the hybrid interface of MOS2 and RGO. The next is the electrical analysis of the top electrode. The figure shows the sheet resistance of the sample measured via 4-point probe with applied current of 10 nanoamp. From the result, it can be seen that the sheet resistance of RGO is higher than MOS2. For the composite sample that have high content of RGO shows lower sheet resistance compared to sample that have high content of MOS2. It is also noticeable that all composite samples are showing lower sheet resistance compared to its pure form. It can be discussed that the RGO sample alone is not good enough as it shows the highest sheet resistance. Based on research, this condition is due to the limited number of active sites related to the defect of oxygen functional group in the RGO. When incorporating RGO with MOS2, it is proven that MOS2 helps in enhancing the electrical properties of the sample due to its exposed edge of this material, which are helpful for catalysis reactions such as oxygen reduction. The scanning electron microscopy SEM image of cross-section RGO MOS2 nanocomposite electrode with different magnification was discussed in this section. As depicted in the figure, it can be seen that the MOS2 shows a spherical-like structure while the structure of RGO have made up of flake-shaped structure, which is a common feature of oxidation-based method. The smaller flake shape is the carbon black. It can be seen that the carbon black particles tend to agglomerate on the surface or inside the gap of RGO MOS2 nanocomposite, thus providing a good conductive pathway for the electron. From this SEM analysis, the thickness of the sample are also measured. Previous studies stated that when the thickness of the sample increases, the sheet resistance tends to decrease. Similar to our work, it can be seen that the thickness of MOS2 is higher than the thickness of RGO. Thus, the sheet resistance is lower compared to RGO. For the composite sample, the highest thickness, which is the sample E, also shows the lower sheet resistance. However, thickness for sample D is lower than the sample C, but it's having a lower sheet resistance. This condition may due to the sample defects during the testing. For the UV spectroscopy analysis of top electrodes, a laser wavelength of from 2 nanometer to 800 nanometer was used. Results obtained shows that the absorbance spectrum of RGO obtained a similar result with previous work, which at 289 nanometer, while the absorbance of MOS2, it shows a peak at 220 nanometer. In the case of RGO MOS2 nanocomposite, it can be seen that the absorbance spectrum are blue shifted towards a shorter wavelength. Based on research, samples that blue shifted towards shorter wavelength tend to have a wider bandgap. To confirm this statement, we will use the absorbance value to calculate the optical bandgap. The optical bandgap was calculated via Tok's plot equation by extrapolating the linear curve to the path where it intersects with the energy axis. The figure shows the example of Tok's plot, while the table recorded all the bandgap obtained from this calculation. From the table, it can be seen that the bandgap of RGO was found to be at 2.65 eV, while the bandgap of MOS2 was found to be at 1.83 eV. Both of these results are similar, correspond to the previous work. For the composite sample, it can be seen that the sample with higher RGO content shows a better result as it shows a narrower bandgap. In this work, the narrowest bandgap obtained is 1.25, which is for sample E, while the widest bandgap is 1.95 for sample F. Narrower bandgap also leads to a lower sheet resistance, thus making them ideal for photocatalytic application. From the results, sample E will be further used in the device as it possesses the lowest sheet resistance and also the narrowest bandgap. In fabricating the device, we are using spin-coated method in ambient condition. First, we will thin the ITO substrate followed by the deposition of copper thiocyanide that will act as whole transport layer. After that, the perovskite layer was deposited on the HTL. In this work, we are using methylammonium lead iodide as our perovskite layer. Next, phenyl butyric acid methyl ester PCBM that will act as electron transport layer will be deposited onto the perovskite layer. And finally, the RGO MOS2 nanocomposite electrode will be deposited on the ETL via screen printing method. After the device was completed, it was then tested via IV solar simulator located at FKEKK. However, we failed to obtain the result due to the device degradation as shown in the figure. The degradation of the device may caused by a few factors. Based on readings, it may caused by the solvent that used in the preparation of copper thiocyanide, which is dipropyl sulfide. Other than that, it also may caused by the moisture and humidity. As an alternative, we simulated our device via SCAP software. The table shows the parameter used in this simulation, whereas the parameter for ETL, perovskite, and HTL are obtained from previous study, while the parameter for RGO and MOS2 are using the bandgap and thickness obtained from this work. As a result, it can be seen that our device are able to achieve a highest PCA of 13.81% comparable with previous study of carbon-based perovskite solar cells. These simulations are giving us the expected results for our project for future references. From this experiment, it can be concluded that the composition of RGO with MOS2 was successfully achieved via solution processable method. The best ratio for RGO MOS2 nanocomposite obtained in this experiment is 5:5 weight ratio due to its lowest sheet resistance and narrowest bandgap obtained from the analysis. Last but not least, the perovskite solar cells incorporating RGO MOS2 as top electrode was successfully simulated via SCAP software and managed to obtain a comparable power conversion efficiency with previous study. However, the actual device degrades rapidly in short time, thus making the stability of perovskite solar cells remain as an issue in the development of long-term stability of perovskite solar cells. For the recommendation parts, it is recommended to optimize the preparation method of the carbon paste by standardizing the viscosity level of the paste. Next, it is also advised to analyze the material characterization for the hydrothermal method to identify why this method is better in preparing RGO MOS2. Finally, a comprehensive study should be made to identify the factors influencing the device degradation. That's all from me. Thank you so much.